Hello and welcome to this edition of LTV News. I'm Alex Zuger.
And I'm Victoria Falcone. On October 29th, breaking records and hearts, the Northeast was hit with Superstorm Hurricane Sandy. The destruction came in various forms. Approximately 8 million people lost power. New York City's intricate subway system suffered the most damage in its 108 years running, and the estimated damage for the U.S. is approximately $50 billion, which is the second costliest storm in U.S. history. The 600-mile superstorm in some way affected 23 states and has been ranked the 20th largest storm in world history, and unfortunately has taken the lives of about 110 people. The places most devastated seem to be the borough of Staten Island and the entirety of the Jersey Shore. Benefit concerts, volunteer organizations, and many groups have been lending a hand to those in need, including the TCNJ community. There are various fundraisers and volunteer groups in the process of aiding those in need, and information can be found primarily through Facebook. From us at LTV, we all hope you and your families remain safe and recover quickly. Anyone whose family has sustained a significant loss can visit www.fema.gov/Sandy or www.disasterassistance.gov to explore opportunities for aid that may help available to you.
On November 6th, President Barack Obama was reelected to a second term as president, defeating his Republican challenger, Governor Mitt Romney, in a narrow race. The president received 332 electoral votes, winning 8 of the 9 battleground states by close margins, while Romney won 206 electoral votes. Obama also won the popular vote by just over 50%, receiving over 60 million votes. The polls had showed a dead heat at the national level, though, and Obama had consistently retained a 2 to 3 point lead in many of the state battleground polls. These state polls, despite conservative critics, turned out to be correct. Republicans had claimed that their high enthusiasm would be enough to deny President Obama a second term, and while the Republican turnout was high, the Obama campaign was able to drive up the president's margins in Democratic counties across the country. Mitt Romney, in his concession speech, said that he continues to believe in America and that he and his running mate, Paul Ryan, had given it their all. A jubilant President Obama, in his victory speech, echoed his 2004 Democratic Convention speech, calling for cooperation and a new beginning in the next 4 years.
Neon Trees will not be performing at the full concert due to an unforeseen personal circumstance, according to an email the College Union Board sent out on Monday, October 22nd. The concert will still take place on November 10th, but Cold War Kids is now scheduled to perform with electro-pop sensation Dev. Students who would like their Neon Tree tickets funded can do so beginning on Monday, November 5th, during the Center for the Arts box office hours in the Broward Student Center, according to Cub.
Despite all of the talk about the anti-incumbent fever across the country, election night proved to be a status quo election. The president was re-elected, the Democrats retained their majority in the Senate, and the Republicans held their lead in the House of Representatives. With many challenges ahead for our country, like the coming fiscal cliff this January with all of the Bush tax cuts expiring, as well as our growing national debt, both parties will be forced to work together in the next 4 years. Even though the Democrats had a decisive win on Election Day, the country remains divided and needs to be brought together to accomplish our goals.
We'll be right back with more Hurricane Sandy news and local election results. Stay tuned. Due to the disruptions caused by Hurricane Sandy, the college delayed the 2013 spring and summer initial registration period and adjusted some dates on the academic calendar to accommodate. The registration period will now begin on Thursday, November 8th, and will end on Tuesday, November 20th.
In the local elections, the incumbent politicians won across the board. Senator Bob Menendez defeated his Republican challenger Joe Carrillos handedly here in New Jersey, and Senator Bob Casey knocked off Tom Smith in Pennsylvania. Here in New Jersey, all of our incumbent representatives in the House will be headed back to D.C. next year. The closest race was in District 3, parts of Burlington and Ocean counties, where Congressman John Runyon defeated Shelley Adler, the wife of the late John Adler. Time will tell how the 2012 elections will affect next year's governor's race, where Governor Christie will be up for re-election here in New Jersey.
New Jersey residents had the opportunity to vote on a bond which would invest $750 million in the state's higher education system. It is estimated that $22 to $26 million of that amount would be invested in the college. The campus hosted a press conference which was held Wednesday, October 24th, where Senator Sweeney joins President Barbara Gittenstein in discussing the potential positive impact of passing this bond. Throughout the press conference, speakers highlighted the high quality of the college's students, but noted that in order to keep up with the competition across the country, better facilities are necessary.
That will do it for this edition of LTV News. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you'd like to become a part of Lions Television and work for LTV News, email our account at ltv@tcnj.edu. For Victoria Falcone and all of us here at LTV, we will see you next time.